Welcome to Science to Go with So Much Fun. I'm Miss Robin from the Dalton Library, and today we're going to be talking about our favorite winter weather, snow, and we'll be doing some great activities related to it, such as designing symmetrical snowflakes, constructing crystal snowflakes, and making a snowflake from salt. Snow is composed of individual ice crystals, and snowflakes are formed when the ice crystals freeze together. We need snow because it is a source of fresh water and cools the earth during daylight hours, protects crops, and irrigates fields, and is an ecosystem for plants and animals. Our first project is going to be the three-dimensional snowflake. You'll find in your kit strips. There is one long strip. This will make our large hexagon. There'll be a set of strips marked for a square, circle, small hexagon, and triangle. What you will do is you will see fold lines. Fold your large hexagon on those folds and then tape the edge together. So you will need tape for this. Take each end, tape together. And you may want to just adjust it and push on those folds. You have your hexagon. You will do the same thing with the small hexagon, and you're going to want to make 6 of these. That is because snowflakes are 6-sided due to the composition of the strip, or the crystals. There's your small hexagon. It will have 6 sides. Triangle will have 3 sides, of course. Square will have 4 sides. If you want, you can make it more of a diamond shape instead of a straight square by turning it on the points. It looks more like that, as a diamond. And then you have the circle. Circle, you'll just take each end, fold, and tape together. We are making 6 of each of these, so if you want to pause the video and create all of your shapes, you can do that, and then lay them out in front of you. What you will do is you will take your large hexagon, place it in the center. This is the center of your snowflake with 6 sides. Then you'll pick one of your shapes. I'm taking the triangle. You can take any one that you would like. Place it on each side of your hexagon. You will want the same shape on all 6 sides because, as I said earlier, they make the same place all the way around, or same shape. And then you can add to it. You put maybe a square out, and maybe a circle. This design is yours. Create it different ways. Do whatever you would like, because like each of you, each snowflake is unique. Ice crystals are formed when extremely cold water droplets and clouds freeze onto pollen or dust, creating the nucleus, or our center that we use for the large hexagon. As the nucleus falls towards the ground, the water vapor freezes onto it, creating more crystals, which form the snowflake. As we mentioned earlier, snowflakes always have 6 sides and are always symmetrical due to the way water molecules bond together. We have made our snowflakes to be symmetrical or alike by adding the same shape to each side of the snowflake. Each snowflake is different because of their own path through the atmosphere as they reach the ground. while each of our snowflakes are different because we all put them in a different order of the shapes. Our next project is to make a salt crystal snowflake. You will find in your activity bag a piece of white cardstock that is a 4x4 square. What you need to do is fold your cardstock in half, one direction, fold it in half, the other. Once you have done that, you are going to fold it on an angle so it looks like a triangle. Fold it again so you have a smaller triangle. The point where all the pieces come together, you would need to hold in your hand, and then you can trim it to make it look like a snowflake. Once you unfold it, you will have a design in it. Once you have your snowflake created, you're going to want to get a cup of hot water. 1 cup. You may want to have an adult assist you. Once you have your cup of hot water, you will add 1 teaspoon of table salt to your water. I'm going to stir. It is okay if there is a little bit of salt on the bottom. What we have done is we have made a saturated solution. That means there is more salt in there than the water can hold, so the extras float to the bottom. Once you have your water completely stirred, find a paper plate that has edges on it so the water will not spill. You may want to ask an adult where to set this so you do not have to move it or have them move it with you. You are then going to measure out 1/3 cup of your salt water, place it into the pan or the paper plate, and then you're going to take your unfolded, mine is not, that has designs in it, piece of paper and place it in the center. Make sure it gets wet on all sides. Once you have completed this, you're going to want to set it in a place in your house where it will not be bothered for 3 to 5 days. What will happen during that time is the water will evaporate from the plate, leaving just the crystals on the paper plate and the piece of paper, and your design will end up like this. You can see there are white crystals all over it. You need to have patience with this project, as the amount of time that it takes to evaporate varies due to temperature and humidity. The reason this works is the salt dissolves in the water because the sodium ions join to the negative part of the water, and the chloride ions, which is what makes salt, bond with the positive part. Once the water has evaporated away, those ions, the sodium and chloride, rebond together to form salt. They bond differently than what you see here because of the way they're laying. And they will bond to whatever surface they are on, in this case the paper and the paper plate. Our final craft today, or project, is to make snow dough. What we are going to use for that is cornstarch. You're going to take 1 tablespoon and put it into a container. In my case, I'm using a plastic cup. You could also use a Ziploc baggie to do this and mix it in. So you have 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, and then we're going to add another 1/2 tablespoon of cornstarch. Measure that out. So there you go. Next, we are going to add shaving cream. You're going to want the foamy type of shaving cream and not the gel. So we're going to measure out 1 tablespoon. Make sure you shake it well. Into here. Add it to your cup. If it doesn't all come out of your container, you can take a craft stick or a spoon and add to it. Then you're going to start mixing it together. Right now all you can see is the shaving cream because they're both white, but we'll show you how we're mixing that together. It's becoming thicker. Shaving cream is made of very tiny bubbles. The surface of the bubbles helps the cornstarch particles become suspended in the shaving cream as it mixes together. And this makes a new substance that is moldable and pliable and sort of looks like snow if you look at it, a little bit thicker. If you think it is too thick and doesn't work right, add a little bit more shaving cream. If it doesn't seem thick enough, add a little bit more of the cornstarch. And there you have snow. Thank you for joining us on Science to Go Snow Much Fun. Enjoy your projects. If you want to learn more about this, look at your information sheet. It will tell you more and give you more activities that are included to play and learn more about snow.